Hi guys, how are you?
Hi, Rachel.
Good. Hey, Rach.
Hey Rachel, I was about to say great name. To start, I was gonna ask you a question. So you are really helping the girls who look way younger than we are club and like feeling like adults in media. Because
Yeah.
she is so young, and I looked up, I was like, oh no, she's just a couple years younger than me. Like this is another baby face situation. When you
Yeah.
get a role and it is someone who is close to your age and you actually get to play an adult, how is it for you as an actor? Because I feel like typecasting happens so easily, especially when you look young.
Yes. Well, I was thrilled. However, I do know that this one day will end. There does seem to be an end in sight, just with how biology, is that right? Biology works.
Yes.
You're
Does that
asking
work?
me. You're the educated one here. I mean,
But yes, it's this feels like honestly my first true like adult role. I think just before this it was college or high school. So so yeah, it's really exciting to play someone that I feel like I can connect to their mindset a bit more. Granted, she's still in a mindset that's a bit different than mine, but yeah.
Yeah.
You
And
look great.
thanks.
Definitely useful. Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Well, and Josh, I want to on a similar trend. You get to play a character that, like, on paper, we think we know this guy because he kind of, in a lot of ways, reminds me of Sawyer, but is so different when you actually watch the show and see how he interacts with things. And it's a really fun kind of bait and switch to watch happen where I'm like, oh, I got this guy, and then I don't. Is that fun for you as an actor to get to play something that you know is going to like trip up audiences and they're going to think one thing and then learn very quickly it's a different situation?
yes, well, as an artist, that's my favorite kind of character to play. I tend to shy away from like either all black hat or all white hat. I don't like to just play one dimension of a person because I feel like we all have so many perspectives depending on how we're viewing things. And so I love characters that walk the line back and forth. So this was naturally appealing to me. I loved his criminal side, his breezy side, his like he's a bit of a player. He loves his job, but then he has heart. He's a father. He's trying to be a father, but because he's irresponsible, he's not, he has to go be known as the uncle, so he's trying there, and then he's trying to grow in his job a little bit. He's becoming more interested in just being a driver. And I think the catalyst for all of that is meeting Nina, Rachel's character, because she's like a mirror, forcing him to answer these questions that have been gnawing at him, but he doesn't want to answer or face. Um, so she makes him grow. Um, and of course threatens his entire life and livelihood in doing so. But that's where you learn more about Jim, that he actually has heart and his core is loyalty to his family and the ones he loves. So there you go.
Yeah, well, and I wanted to ask you guys too. One of my favorite things about the show is it has really serious themes and layers to it, and then it'll be something outrageous like a panic attack that is through a cartoon, and you get to kind of have like these weird introspective moments with characters, and it's very fun. How is it for you guys as actors when you get to have those moments of levity and like lean into the comedy side of this show and not just the more dramatic fight scenes or whatever it may be?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's I feel like that's the ideal balance, especially in this world right now. We need sort of the balance of both.
Mhm.
Um, and I think, we I think we feel it in the script and we felt it shooting. I think the editors did a really good job though of bringing it all together with the music and with the cuts and yes, with the that scene that you're just talking about, the animation. Yeah, that's so fun. And I feel like it really like it really we get a sense of the 70s, which I think was this spirited time in history that where things felt like they were just sort of like lifting a little bit, like lifting out of the darkness,
Yes,
still a little
yes.
dark, but coming up.
Yes, it was an explosion of creativity in
Yeah.
every way in the 70s. And but I think our show is unique in that there's a lightness, there's a fun, adventurous feeling to these very serious issues we're talking about. The murder of our family members, the misogyny and racism towards black people in general, but black women, especially in the bureau and so forth of that age, and just the tone of the show is so much fun
Mhm.
that that makes these issues more receivable in a way, and I think that's unique in today's TV, where you can watch some things that are so dark they just leave you with an emotional hangover for 3 days. Like, oh, I can't watch another episode of that for a minute. I love that Duster brings on that levity in contrast, but with very serious issues. And like the scene I love, for example, like with my daughter, you know, I'm talking about breaking into a house, but we're playing, hooks and ladders,
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
that becomes a conversation about her father, who is me,
Mhm.
and how much does he love her and stuff. And so it's like, oh my God, the heart of this show, layered with comedy and like lightness, is brilliant, and that's shown in all the relationships throughout. It's excellent that way.
Yeah, I love the show a lot. Thank you guys so much for talking with me. Josh, it means a lot. Lost my entire personality in high school, which I know you've probably heard before. So it means a lot talking to you both today, and thank you so much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.